Or is it good evening? One of those. My name is IanXIlyana. This is I Hate LA, Love Me Anyway. I'm an environmentalist, I'm a human rights activist, LGBTQIA icon, and owner of one very scratchy voice right now. I've spent the entire weekend just screaming. I had 2 PTSD events. On Friday, I had my building manager, Flor Jimenez, who decided that she would hide behind the door that I exit in order to try and leave my room. And I just don't understand that. And then today, I thought that I was going out at a time that there wasn't going to be people about, but as soon as I walk into the lobby, boom, people there. I say people because it was more than one. And right now, I'm in such a shitty fucking neighborhood. I don't feel comfortable here. I really do feel like I should move, but I'm waiting on my benefits, because if I'm going to move, I'm going to move to a place nearby. As much as it would be nice to just abandon California, because I hate it so much, I really do. I'm not going to because I promised myself that I would clean up the environment, clean up this city, whether they like it or not. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I intend to build a spaceship, and I really don't think I could do that anywhere else. I have new music out soon. Thank you, stranger. Hello, Names Key. Hello, Kylie. Hello, how's everyone? So I have new music coming out. Pussy on All Fours will be out soon, I hope. And then my album, Glory Be to Mankind, with the lovely single Yummy, which I'm about to play for my fans. That will be out soon. Considering the fact that I just uploaded it, I would say at least 72 hours, but oh no. So I'm gonna try and play it for everyone. If I can figure out how technology functions. Okay. One second. All right. Album. It's this album. All right, so I'm gonna play my new song, Yummy. Privetug. Darova. July months. Nice to see you. All right. Here's my new song, Yummy. Hopefully you like it. Hello, M. Hi, Cricket. we're previewing my new track. It's going to be on my album, Glory Be to Mankind. I'm all about the disco funk. Я знаю русский. Hi Cricket, you loving the beat? Clint? Just stopping by to say hi, busy. Oh, sorry to hear that. Glad you're doing well though. 5 people, 5 likes. Thank you, Kylie. I appreciate it. Jimi Hendrix me? I just make music. Спасибо. It's the hair day. It's always something different. Love the synthesizers on that. I'm gonna play Sadness. It's on the same album, Glory Be to Mankind. Yay, another person I can fucking bounce. Hello, thank you so much. Boom. Thank you, Cricket. You're a lot more lenient than I am. Hello, Ashley. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the revolution, Ashley. Hope you enjoy the music and the good conversation that we have here. We're a good group here. And that, I love it. I like using turntables. Thank you, Kylie, for coming in. Oh, I would eat too, but I'm missing my disability benefits that the United States Air Force owes me for sexually abusing me at Lackland. So, no meal today. That's all. The name of the fan group for IanXIlyana is The Revolution. Hello there, Joseph. Welcome. Everyone has been relatively good so far, so I'm gonna let you hear Pussy on All Fours. Hopefully this is your new favorite song.
See LA, London, Paris, France, from the back of my head. Strolling through the city, I'm not so pretty. You wanna take a chance, hop in. Buckle up, let's begin. So we're walking down the street, making a beat. I can see the whole world. Let it roll, make the crowd ask for more. Let's look at you some.
Thank you, Zeus. Oh, that's an easy one. I would ban asphalt and concrete. I would remove the work week whatsoever. Say that the new American standard is solar synced. That as soon as we decide that America's solar synced, we would be better off. And 3, it's already been done. I would abolish the Department of Education. Mushroom. I'm a mushroom fan. So many kinds. Portobello, shiitake. Hi there, Ukind. No, not yet. Not really.
I could see LA, London, Paris, France.
I'll have to wait until tomorrow to see if I can have some food. So, it's a bad day.
Strolling through the city, and that's so pretty. Don't you wanna take a chance?
And as far as a better situation, no, things are just getting worse.
Buckle up, let's begin. So I walk in the street, making a baby.
That's what I have to believe. I have to believe that things get better.
Make the crowd ask for more.
Of course, it's worse because I don't have personal space to deal with my PTSD. I already have PTSD, but then having women dive bomb into me, having women hide and then pop out in front of me just makes me uncomfortable and makes me feel scared and afraid. And I don't like that feeling. And I know that I'm a guy, and because of my guyness, I should be taught the magic lesson, don't impress women, don't be a chad, whatever. But I was sexually abused by the United States Air Force. I have the right to just say, I have the right to say that I would prefer to be alone, that I should live alone and focus on things that are important to me. That's a complicated question because I am bisexual, but because of the sexual trauma of being abused by the United States Air Force, it really doesn't make me run towards dating women or finding them sexually attractive right now. Like, I'm still attracted to them and I admire them and respect them, but sexually I'm having a hard time getting into that after being sexually abused by the United States Air Force. So that's just where I am. And I can't really consider myself a homosexual because I don't know how I feel about like engaging with guys. Mostly because I'm not talking to the right guys, and also I'm like emotionally vulnerable, and I just don't want to be taken advantage of, so I kind of have to stop putting myself out there. And I'm sorry that something happened to you as well. But like I always say, behind trauma, there is hope. So maybe if I meet the right woman who, understands what I'm going through and is very supportive of what it means to have PTSD from military sexual trauma, perhaps it might open some things up for me. Until then, I don't really want to be alone. I don't really want to, I don't even like being that person who just can't be near women after being sexually abused. Because most of the women that I encounter, they're just going about their day. They're not doing anything. They're not talking to me. They're not engaging with me whatsoever. But I can't relax. I can't just give them the benefit of the doubt that they're not my attacker. Because every time I say to myself, you know what? It was one person, one time at Lackland. I would love to be able to just say that and just move forward. But no, I moved to California, the one city where the women think it's okay to grope a man, just grab his cock like in public where they're sitting down, and then have women grab my bum, and then just put on a baseball cap and just have that attitude of, well, what are you going to do about it? You're going to call the police? Because if you call the police, I'll just get off at the next stop. And then, what are you going to do then? That's the attitude that they have here in California. The women have that attitude. Men don't really do much of the grabbing. I've seen them try and grab the fuck out of my animal. But for me, nope. And it's never any guy or girl that I would actually be interested in. It's just these fucking hags who think that just because I ignore them, that gives them the right to cop a feel. Have you ever... I've tried psychiatrists and psychologists and therapists and everything, and it just doesn't help. It really doesn't, because Los Angeles is just set upon exposure therapy. Instead of giving me a regular apartment, they moved me to something called community-based, which is really, would you like to live in a commune? Because these people are always out, they're always everywhere. Oh, psychedelics? Psychedelics, I highly recommend for people. And this is the sadness. I love how the music just matches. It's just everything. I'm a really cool, nice person, and I want... Yep, definitely a cocksucker, that too. I enjoy that. I enjoy the fuck out of that. You want to say something else because you want to tell me something I don't know or that the whole world doesn't know? All right, and because you were rude, guess what? Enjoy this. If I can figure out how to do this. Oh, right. Enjoy a lovely time out. Just enjoy a time out for that kind of attitude. Look, I can tolerate a lot. This is the reason why I don't do as many live jams as I did before. Do you know that song? Oh my god. I can't believe someone actually knows that song. Wow. Of course I can play that song. Hello, Carson, CJ. What in the world? That's not mine. That's not right. Okay. There we go.
She left town, highlights rolled over, yes they did. She packed bags for parts unknown. Over many years the story's been told. Oh, the perils of youth, and how we speak the truth. So tell me, where do I belong? whisper on the wind as it carries me along.
Where
Where
do
do
I
I belong?
belong?
Hear a
Whisper
whisper
on
on
the
the
wind
wind
as
as
it
it
carries
carries
me
me
along.
along. A little boy who cried wolf
Shouted
shouted
from
from
the
the
rooftop
rooftop
that
that
the
the
sky
sky
is
is
falling
falling
down.
down. Superhero that never backs down.
Never
Blaze a trail of glory
clear
clear
across
across
town
town. Over the perils
of
of
you.
you.
How
How
we
we
speak
speak
the
the
truth.
truth. So tell me where do
I
I
love the guitar.
belong? Whisper on the wind as it carries me
Both
along.
guitars are so good in this.
Where do I belong?
Good
You
pick,
whisper
CJ.
around the wind as it carries me along. I knew a girl named Never Come Back. She left town and how that small town cried. Yes, they did. She packed her bags for parts unknown.
That's not my song. White Ferrari is not my song. But thank you. Normally I would split it up. But I do have to talk about this. So recently on change.org, they started a petition for, I guess, the halting of the firing of or dismantling of EPA employees. So I said, I'm not going to sign it. And I know I feel so wretched about it. And then I, said, I'm going to talk about it instead because I'm going to be a little controversial and say, yeah, I think President Trump is right to dismantle the EPA. Why? It's because those people aren't doing anything. They're not doing enough. And also, ordinary citizens who don't get paid to care about the environment neglect to care about the environment because they say, well, the EPA handles that. Oh, the EPA will take care of it. Oh, the government will get to it when they get to it, which is a terrible attitude to have. I love the entertainment business. I like making music personally, but when have you ever seen a concert or a television show interrupted to say, hey, we really need your help with monitoring a battery production facility like we had here in California that just caught on fire because nobody was watching it. They stopped making batteries, but they weren't watching it, and you know, temperatures may have been off, or ventilation may have been an issue, or someone just scraped a metal door and a spark ignited. Who knows exactly what caused it? All I know is no one was watching. So when President Trump says, all right, we're going to just cut your jobs, I say, I agree with that because that shouldn't be a job. That should be everyone is responsible for that. Just like the sanitation department, people think that if you put your bins outside to the curb and let someone pick it up, that's your responsibility. And that's all you're responsible for. It's like, no. You're also responsible for all the rubbish in the streets, all the rubbish in your subways, all the rubbish everywhere. You're responsible for that because you live here. And I know it's extremely tedious to say, yeah, I know you're there with your nice clothes, you think you're so hot. Could you bend down, pick it up, and then put it in the proper receptacle, even if it isn't yours? And a lot of people say, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not being paid to do that. So I'll just leave it there. Stuff like that gets blown into the actual track, which is electrified, and it causes small fires. Did you know that? Did you know that because of the hubris of the citizens in your cities, that you cause little track fires? Personal responsibility. I don't agree with the industrial mindset of America right now, which is so set upon oil and coal and gas when they really should be using solar. If we just committed to solar in one state and say all of us will use solar, then we'd have enough for the rest of the country. I am really trying to get solar to take off in California. I mean, because it's so sunny here. It is bathed in sunlight. And that sunlight can run restaurants, it can run businesses, it can run schools, it can run everything. So I want to support the idea of environmental justice. I just can no longer support people who choose that as a job because you're just not doing enough. And I know that it may seem as if everything is stacked against you, but it's really not. If you need more staff, then you should have had more staff. You should have had, volunteers. You should have had, hi, Jaden, make sure you're doing your homework. You have low grades right now. And I've told you, you have to get your grades up if you're going to be in this chat. If the EPA is truly that invested in environmental issues, then they would have been able to monitor things like those California fires. They should have been able to monitor this battery facility. It's a giant facility filled with chemical bombs. Call it what it is. Every single one of those batteries, like you remember the Samsung phones that got overheated and just exploded. I mean, this doesn't just happen in the battery production facilities. This happens in our lives. Everything you use that has a battery or some sort of power capacitator can explode, can be rigged to explode, which is even worse. So I can't support the EPA anymore. I have to say, I would rather see technology be more ethical in order to solve this issue. I've said for the longest time that I want to compete against Elon Musk in the car market because, number one, you don't need cars, and two, if you have a car, it shouldn't need a battery anymore. It just shouldn't. You want endless mileage? Go for the endless mileage. So I'm gonna have to do my best. And I have petitions in my description. if anyone's interested, but you just reach a point in your life where you say, there are things that you fight for, and then there are reasons to fight differently. If the EPA wanted to solve climate change, they should have been talking to scientists instead of politicians. That's always what they should have done. But they're not. They're really not. So for that, I agree with President Trump. Let them find some other way to go about things, because we need solutions. I live in California and the air is foul here. The people here are just gross because they don't care. They don't care that the air itself is poisoning them. And they just think, and I say it every time, that the fact that they never eat here, not really. Everyone is so skinny and their skin is glowy and everything. It's because the air is poisoning you and you just don't have the strength to eat anymore because you can't smell or taste food. It pushes you off. I mean, I have anorexia, but it certainly doesn't help to live in a place with smog. And I'm sorry that you are sad and worried. You should be worried about your grades. Not because an individual test is going to mean that much to you, but because it should mean something to you that you want to do. What do you mean you have straight A's? You told me you got a C in a test. Well, if you can turn a C to an A, then that is good to hear. But still, focus on, what's in front of you. You only have so many opportunities to receive an education. As you become older, it becomes more difficult. It really does, because it seems like the whole world is stacked against you from truly engaging in academia. Not in the way that you really want. It can only be new to you once, and that fire you have to learn more, to grow as an individual. So just keep that in mind. I know that I'm hard on you, but if you had someone that you looked up to who said, stay involved in your academic achievements, you might do better in life. All right. I just thought I would say that about the EPA. Good for you. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you, Jaden. That's the kind of thing that we like to hear. I'm going to read that out. I did a thing to get my C to an A because I gave water to the poor, helped collect leaves, and I made 5 essays. 5 essays. I'm sorry to hear that, Jaden. As I always say, please find a trusted adult that is within your life that you can speak to about this. If you do not feel safe, I remember you can always dial 911. if you feel that things have escalated to a point that you cannot handle. They are there to help, they are there to mediate, and sometimes adults need mediation, which is why we have the police. Do not hesitate to call. I call all the time. It's never a nuisance. All right, I'm sneezing, so I'm gonna call it there. This has been I Hate LA, Love Me Anyway. I'm your host, IanXIlyana. Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you on the next podcast.